Hello and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Vicky and I create a lot of food content. I also do shopping hauls and recipe ideas, but this week I'm going to take you through what we eat typically as a family of 5, including myself, my husband and our 3 teenage sons. I do get sick of the same question night after night, what's for dinner, and I really do struggle to come up with ideas, so hopefully this will help some of you guys. Let's go and have a look at some of the things we've been eating recently. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner. I've cooked some gammon in the pressure cooker and I thought I'd try these new McCain vibes. So Tesco had these on offer. They're supposed to be £3 a pack, but they were doing 4 packs for £5, which seems like a really good offer. So basically you get your little sachet of sauce. We've got firecracker chilli and I got salt and vinegar. They also had a mango chutney flavour. But you get a little sachet and they look like McCoy's crisps, and you open the sachet, sprinkle it on and then shake the bag. Obviously some of them are going to be much more seasoned than others, so kind of wish they'd seasoned them for you, but you can see that one in the middle is going to be really strong, and then the rest of them not so much. But I thought they were interesting, and for that price they're worth a try, so I will show you them once they're cooked. So that's a little seasoning sachet that they come with. That's the salt and vinegar one, so you just sprinkle it in there. So here is dinner served up. The spicy wedgie things look quite good really. I don't know what they're going to taste like. Hopefully nice. We've got fried egg, gammon done in the pressure cooker, baked beans, and I always put them in a pot because they stay hotter and they don't get all over everything. So that is what's for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner and I'm marinating some chicken in this air fryer shawarma seasoning. I've actually used 3 packs of this. I think I got 3 for £1 in Farm Foods because I've got like 2 kilos of chicken in here. I've also added a load of lime juice. I've also added some of this done with a chicken seasoning, and I'm going to leave that to marinate all day, and then we're going to do some flatbreads and some salad and some tzatziki, and I'll show you it later on. So this is how our dinner is looking before I've wrapped it up. So we've got our chicken that I've been marinating all day. I've just made a salad with some red onion, cucumber, some mixed leaf like bistro salad, and then I've done a little sauce with some Greek yogurt, mint sauce, there's some lime juice, some garlic granules and some salt in there. And then the flatbreads I cheated and just bought the Greek kitchen ones that you can get. They were like £1 for 2. So this is one of the older boys, which is why they're having 2. And then I'm just going to serve some chips. So this is what it looks like now, nicely. And then in a minute you'll just see plain wraps and chips. So yeah, this is what we're having for our dinner. And the chicken smells really good. And here we are with it all wrapped up. They're actually holding really well, better than normal wraps would. So yeah, this is our chicken shawarma with all the trimmings. So for tonight's dinner I have made a chilli, but I've actually used taco seasoning mix, 2 tins of tomatoes, some chilli powder, some tomato puree, a beef stock pot, even though it's pork mince, some kidney beans. I like to just throw everything at it really. And then I've just done some rice in the pressure cooker, and I've also got some tortillas on the side, and there's some grated cheese if anybody wants it. And that is what is for our dinner tonight, and I've made a massive one so we'll have loads of leftovers. So for tonight's dinner I have done a really simple one for the boys. Steve and I are having something a little bit later on. I've done some of the McCain home fried, are they home fried? Don't know, home style oven chips, some cucumber, some gherkins, and then these are just the Farm Foods pizza baguettes. They're cheese and tomato. I've added pepperoni and chorizo on top and some red Leicester cheese, and this is what they are having for their dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner I've done sort of a cheats katsu curry. So I've just done some rice in the pressure cooker. I've got some of these tempura chicken steaks from Lidl, some Mayflower curry sauce and some green beans, and really simple but turns out really well. So yeah, this is what we're having for dinner tonight. So tonight's dinner is literally a use up dinner with bits and pieces out of the freezer. So first of all I've made a salad with some mixed leaves, red pepper, some onion, olives, cucumber, and then I've put lime juice and some of the Greek yogurt dressing that I made with Greek yogurt, mint sauce, fresh chilli, garlic, all that kind of thing. We've got 3 fish fingers, some chicken shawarma, some chicken nuggets and some oven chips that I've just seasoned in a little bit of harissa seasoning, just random tonight. And this is one of the boys. And then I've also cooked up some pasta while I was making dinner. So I've made a tuna pasta with sweet corn for lunches tomorrow. And then one of the boys is going to take this pasta with leftover chilli from the other day and that'll be their lunch as well. So one will have one and the others will have the other one. And then I've got some salad left over as well. So yeah, this is kind of just like a random, let's chuck everything together and see what we can come up with dinner. So I've got some gammon left over from the other day's dinner, and you know when you can't slice it thinly enough towards the ends, you kind of get the bigger chunks. I was like, I don't really know what to do with it, so I had a look through my cupboards, and obviously the peas aren't in the cupboard. I had a look through my cupboards and I found these two sauces that I forgot I bought in Farm Foods, I think it was, ages ago. So they're a Dolmio Pronto carbonara sauce, and they're like individual portions. So I've put some pasta on to boil. So I'm literally just going to put some of these frozen peas and the sauce in with some pasta, and then I'm going to chop off all like the fatty bits, chop this into little cubes. Then I thought the boys could take it to work for lunch tomorrow. They can either heat it up or have it cold. So yeah, I might add a little bit of grated cheese as well. My pasta's just about to boil over. Just saved that one, and yeah, I'll show you it when I've done. So I've just drained off my pasta. I'm using a little bow one for a change. I'm going to add in some peas, or petit pois. I've got my chopped gammon. I love being able to use things up. It just feels so satisfying, making the most out of every ingredient. My dog is desperately hoping I'm going to mess this up and drop some. He has already had a bit. I'm going to add in these two sauces, if I can get them open. I'm going to just put that on a low heat. Mix that through. Definitely going to add some black pepper. And I've decided I'm also going to add in some of this seriously strong cheese spread. This is like made with real cheddar. It's really, really cheesy. I thought that would go really nicely. And this needs using, so I'm going to add in a good couple of spoons of that. Probably a bit more black pepper. I'm also going to add a little splash of milk because it will help to stop the pasta solidifying too much. If I'm going to pop it in the fridge, the pasta will soak up all this sauce that's here. If I add a little bit of milk and make it a little bit more liquidy, it will be perfect. I'm just going to let that heat through until the peas are cooked and the cheese spread is complete. Every time the cheese spread is completely melted. Give it a little taste. I might add a little pinch of cayenne just to give it a little bit of something extra. And yeah, that's more the consistency we want now, so that won't be stodgy when it's put in the fridge. So I just popped it in a tub. I added a little bit of cayenne pepper, a tiny bit of salt, and it tastes really good. I added a few splashes of milk just to keep it nice and loose, and then I'm going to let this cool down, pop it in the fridge, and I've got a good 2 or 3 portions of lunch or snack there. So for tonight's dinner I just made a ramen stir fry. So I just got some of the instant packs of noodles. I used my favourite curry paste, the Massaman one, some coconut milk and all the veg you can think of. There was monjtu, pak choy, baby corn, peppers, onions, and this always goes down really, really well.